Welcome back to A Couple Threads. I'm Heather.
I'm Armand, and thanks for joining us today. Be sure to subscribe. We have an episode every Friday.
All right. For today, I was in a little bit of a vacation mood since we're about to take our vacation.
Okay.
So stories for today. Theme is vacation disasters.
Nice. I like it.
All right. First story today is coming from r/am I the 2 years old, titled, Am I the for leaving a vacation I planned for my girlfriend after her friends came along?
Valid.
My girlfriend, Sarah, 29, and I, male 28, have been dating for 5 years, and I wanted to go on a vacation with her to celebrate our anniversary. I planned the trip for several months. Of course, I shared my plans with her, and decided on skiing/snowboarding and other winter activities in Colorado. The activities seemed perfect, and I was looking forward to this for months because I wanted to propose to her at the end of this trip. 5 days before the trip, Sarah dropped the ball on me that she invited 2 of her friends to meet her there. I was upset because I wanted to spend one-on-one time with Sarah for our anniversary. I feel like it was plain and clear that this was a trip meant for just us. Even though I expressed my concerns, Sarah insisted that her friends already made plans to come out and won't back out. I decided to accept this because there was no other way for me to force her friends not to come. I wish I had fought more on this. I figured we could make some changes to our plans and I would still be able to propose to her privately. Sarah essentially blew me off for her friends and we didn't get any private time the whole time we were there. After 3 days of being in second place, I decided to leave the trip and head home. I told Sarah why I was leaving, and she was upset. She told her friends about my decision, and I was ganged up on. They said they were all having a great time. She thinks I'm being a jerk for making her pick between her friends and me, even though her friends weren't actually invited in the first place. I never had personal issues with her friends prior to this trip. I never made Sarah pick between me or her friends because everyone needs friends outside of their relationship. I'm at home now and thinking about everything. I have a day to myself before Sarah comes home, so I at least get to relax a bit. Sarah and her friends think I'm overreacting and think I ruined the trip. I think Sarah was disrespectful and rude to me by ruining the purpose of this trip and having her friends gang up on me. So, am I the asshole for leaving the vacation?
No. I mean, anytime you plan a vacation, the other person who's going on vacation doesn't invite other people. Especially if it's like a couples thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing, like, if you're a couple and you invite another couple, fine. Or, like, even if it was his idea to invite her friends, fine. But if you're taking the liberty to invite your friends that your boyfriend is taking you on vacation with, that's just rude and inconsiderate.
Yeah.
So, I can't blame them.
No, same. The thing that bothers me is like you didn't tell him until 5 days before the trip.
Oh, it's 5 days?
Yeah. If it was a conversation of like, hey, I'm looking to go to Colorado, and you bring it up then, like, hey, can I invite my friends? Then that's one thing. Because then it's an asking, not a telling. And like, I understand she didn't know that he was going to propose, whatever, but like, you still want your like couples alone time on a trip, especially your anniversary trip. If it's like a birthday, it's different, but
No, that's spot on. Like, regardless if you know he's going to propose or not, if it's your anniversary, you don't string along your friends.
Yeah.
Whether it's like guy or girl. You know, if she's taking you somewhere, you don't just bring your friends.
Right.
You know, and yeah, it's one thing to ask, like, if it's like a few weeks before, which is still a little rude in my opinion, but you asked, and it's up to him to be like, no, like, this is just for us, and you have to respect that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just personally, any anniversary trip should always just be you guys.
Yeah, 100%.
And I see it as a different red flag in the sense of like, does she really just not want to be alone with you that she had to invite her friends?
That crossed my mind.
Like, I hope that's not the case, but
How long have they been together?
5 years.
Oh, 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you should not be uncomfortable with the other
Yeah.
person. If it was like the first year.
Or like the first vacation together. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's anniversary. But like even the first year, you should not be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like at that level.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably would have left too, because
That's fair.
especially if you feel like you're just like the odd man out on your own trip, like, yeah, you guys have fun. I'm gonna just head out. Like,
Can you imagine I invited my friends over to our trip?
I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be like, okay, have fun.
Fun?
Have fun. The locks will be changed when you get home. There is a couple very small updates before I get into the comments. The first one is saying, I was clear that we had plans for just us two. We've been on other anniversary trips together without her friends there. We did discuss marriage beforehand, so it's not like a proposal would have been totally out of the blue. And then there's another one saying, my friends are here at the house and they have been running potential interference just in case her friends tried to bombard and harass me after all of this.
Potential interference.
And then the other one just says, none of Sarah's friends came by the house or harassed me yesterday/last night, which is good. Sarah hasn't come home yet. I figured out what I want to say and I have it written out.
Okay.
But that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was the notion maybe she expected a proposal.
And was like nervous.
Either she was nervous or she wanted her friends there for the proposal. I don't know. Maybe some...
Girls are weird. I don't like that.
Either way, I feel like it could have gone both ways where she expected it and she was nervous and she needed her friends there for support. Or on the flip side of it, like...
Yeah. I get that part of it of like wanting to share my moment with like the people closest to me, but getting proposed to is like between you and your partner and like
Yeah.
starting your life together.
Yeah.
Comments on this one are kind of funny. Overall vote is not the
Sure, yeah.
the top comment is, are you sure you still want to propose after all of this?
That's fair. Yeah.
I
valid.
mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I mean,
valid.
if she's going to prioritize her friends over you and your feelings, then that's maybe something you want to reevaluate. Possibly.
I feel like this is one of those situations where a conversation is deserved
Yeah.
because who knows what her mindset is.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it could have been like maybe she was really nervous and she needed her friends there.
But again, like, you shouldn't be nervous if you're confident in like, this is my person.
Sure. Yes.
Like, I don't know.
Agreed.
That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah.
Guess we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
Next story. This one is coming from r/relationships, 9 years old.
Whoa.
Titled, My Girlfriend, 24 female, of 3 months, never cuddles with me, 27 male. Since she's always been a non-cuddler, and when we recently went on vacation, she slept on the spare bed in the hotel room to avoid sleeping with me. All right, so here it goes. Sorry about the title, by the way. My girlfriend, let's call her Francesca, and I have been dating for an amazing 3 months so far, and she is absolutely amazing and caring and loving to me. She has only ever had one boyfriend before me, so she is my first post-high school girlfriend. It's only been a few months, and my girlfriend, sadly, always finds a reason not to cuddle or even lay together for a long period of time when I want to. This really sucks because I've always been a huge cuddler, And I guess I've tried to overlook it when dating her, but it's hard. When I'd ask if we can cuddle, it's always, I don't really like cuddles. They make me uncomfortable. When I'd ask why she feels this way, she always avoids the question. For my birthday, I asked her if she could try and cuddle with me just once as a birthday gift, and she got really emotional and said it would make her really uncomfortable. So I felt bad and haven't asked her again. Honestly, if I do ask again, it's going to make her sad, and it makes me upset seeing her like that. I talked to my friends about this. He said she might be scared that I'd try to make a move on her. And I mentioned that early on in the relationship, since me and Francesca are both virgins, we decided that we wanted to wait for the right moment before having sex, which we both agreed should be at least 6 months in. I'm not sure what to do. Hopefully, I'm not overreacting too much, but it bugs me not being able to cuddle with my favorite girl. Sometimes she rejects holding hands too, which also really sucks. She will hold my hand for a minute or so and then let go. I've talked about this with her too, and she said it makes her feel bad when I make her feel like she's not good enough because she doesn't want to cuddle or hold my hand. Since I've typed for too much already, I'll keep the remainder of this short. Recently, she's been wanting to visit Hawaii for a long time, so I surprised her with a weekend vacation there. We got to the hotel, she insisted on sleeping in the spare bed. She wasn't upset with me or anything and just decided she wanted to sleep alone. It hurt, but I shouldn't have expected much anyways, considering the lack of cuddles that's been going on. We've never slept with each other anyways, since we live in different houses, so this was the first attempt I've ever had to even sleep in the same bed with her. Again, she is an awesome person who's loving in every possible way, except for the cuddles. I have questioned, but I don't believe that considering she likes spending time with me otherwise is an issue. I never knew someone could hate cuddles, but she's the one and I'm not sure what to do.
I had a couple of theories. Was number one, maybe they're super conservative and religious, which nothing wrong with that. Number two was maybe she did not have a good past. Go with that as you will. But obviously it mentions they're both virgins, so chances are they're very religious, and I think it's just a notion of avoiding temptation,
Valid.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So nothing does happen. And, some people are just not physical.
Yeah.
I've gone through this whole love language thing where, some people are physical, some people are based on gifts or service or whatnot. And she could just be not a physical person.
Yeah.
Which comes down to, okay, as the guy, as OP, like, what do you want?
Yeah. It's also a matter of we talk about this a lot, but kind of meeting each other in the middle. Whereas if his love language is physical touch, and even though hers might not be, it's a matter of if she willing to make that compromise because she knows it's important to him, or is he willing to make the compromise knowing that it's not going to happen with her. You know what I mean? But if it's really something that is that important to you, which I completely understand, touch is an important thing to me as well, then she might not be the one,
It's tough to say. I think it's a little too early. Because this is 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
It could, for some people, especially if they're religious, it could be way too early.
Yeah.
Who mentioned that they want to wait 6 months?
It said it was a mutual discussion when they first got together.
To sleep with each other?
Yes.
Okay. To sleep with each other?
Yes.
Okay.
But my thing is even if it is the temptation thing, she won't even hold his hand.
See, yeah, 100%. Because to me, it's okay, if you're trying to avoid temptation, you're trying to do at all costs, fine. But if she's not holding his hand, that's
Yeah.
that's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
Because hand holding, in my experience, doesn't lead to anything.
If it does, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Fair. But yeah, that part was definitely off.
Yeah. And like I completely understand like everyone has their own boundaries and everything.
Sure.
But also like going on a vacation and then you sleep in the spare bed is just like really insulting, I feel. Even if you guys are like you have a pillow between you, like if you're in the same bed, like I don't know.
That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I don't know. I feel like, honestly, it was a little bit too early to take a vacation like that 3 months in.
We went.
We went, but we weren't like, hey, no holding hands and stuff like that.
Valid.
Because we went to Hawaii, like, what?
Like 3 months in.
3 months in? Yeah, okay. But there were certain things that were different than what that is,
No,
you know?
for sure.
And if it's a matter of being super conservative, which, like I said, nothing wrong with that, you shouldn't be taking a vacation like that early on.
But I do think in that aspect, it is kind of on both of them. Because, like, she agreed to the vacation without saying any, like, pretenses of, like, yeah, we can go, but we're not sleeping in the same bed.
Well, everyone's going to agree to a free vacation to Hawaii.
Like, yeah, but...
Ask me to a vacation to Hawaii, I'll go.
But I feel like
mean
that's
I'm
a
going to sleep with you.
I feel like that's a conversation, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it should be. How old are they?
Like 29 or something.
Oh, they're older.
The girl is 24, he's 27.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it again comes down to what you always say of like, you have to judge what you can handle and what you can't. Like, if this is a deal breaker for you, then it's probably not going to get any better. So
maybe it was too early. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit too early if they are on the conservative side.
And I get that, but like he's not asking to sleep with her. Like he literally just wants to snuggle.
It could be a temptation thing.
I
It could be a
guess.
matter of like, on her side, like, I don't want to sleep in the same bed, just in case
Something were to happen.
Exactly.
That's understandable.
Hence why she shouldn't have agreed to the vacation.
Yeah. So it is kind of on both of them in that aspect.
Yeah.
He should have known better. She should have said something. Yeah.
Right, like set the expectations like, okay, I will be up for going, but we're sleeping in separate beds.
Yeah. That way there's no one's feelings get hurt.
But then if he's like, okay, we're not going anymore, that's a different story.
I mean, if I'm paying for you to go to Hawaii, you could at least sleep in the bed with me.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, I swear, I felt like maybe there, and it's still possible where maybe there was some situation in the past for her.
For sure. And that is kind of what the comments are all saying too.
Mm-hmm.
One comment is saying it could be an emotional issue, such as maybe abuse in her past. Yeah. It could also be physical. Someone else is saying it might seem like she has like sensory processing issues, and it might just be like too overstimulating for her.
Too much touch.
Yeah. Which,
yeah, okay.
They both are possibilities.
Yeah.
I do have an update on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'll just read it. So I read a lot of the advice and decided I was going to talk to her about a possible breakup. I know this makes me sound like a person, but honestly, I am just a very touchy guy and express my affection by touching and being touched. Not being able to cuddle or hold hands or even sleep next to my girlfriend was not going to work out for me. And just felt like a constant tease you'd get from a long-distance relationship, where you'd think about holding and cuddling your girl or guy, but just end up not doing it. Honestly, it just was not going to work. I brought my girlfriend to my house after telling her that we had to chat. I started by telling her that I'm really, really sorry and like her very much. but I don't think things will work out with our different cuddling preferences. She started crying and said she didn't want me to be turned off by this, but she actually loves cuddling, but has a sweating disorder. And when she cuddles, she gets super sweaty. I'm talking very sweaty. She said her ex-boyfriend dumped her because of her sweating, and that's why she didn't want to cuddle with me. She said the same thing happens when she holds hands and gets super sweaty. She said she was afraid of cuddling with me would make her leave like her ex did in the past. I felt bad that I had been giving her so much shit about it, and it was an insecurity of hers that she had all along. I told her that I don't really care if she sweats on me. It's all good. She laughed and said, "No, I actually sweat a lot. You don't understand." And I told her, "Well, you can still sweat on me." She thought about it and said, "Okay, but don't break up with me over it if I sweat too much." She laid beside me and we cuddled, and it felt so good to finally feel that with her. She actually managed to sweat so much that my shirt was pretty wet and the bedsheet was soaked as well. I told her that I found it pretty cool, honestly. She said she was happy that someone appreciates cuddles and doesn't mind the sweating, and I was just happy that we were finally cuddling. I told her I don't mind getting soaked during cuddling and said, at least now we can have kisses in the rain in bed, and couldn't stop laughing. She asked if we could hold hands in bed to show me how sweaty her hands get, and again, my hands were wet as hell, which I honestly did not mind. She said, if you ever need to wash your hands, there's no sink available, just hold my hands, which was really
funny.
cute. That's the update.
Okay. I get it. So she was super self-conscious about it and also the fact that her ex broke up with her allegedly because of that.
Yeah.
So she's going to get even more self-conscious about it.
Listen, I feel like I am the perfect person to speak on this subject
I was
matter.
going to say, 'cause you're a sweaty person.
As a very sweaty human being who has also had people break up with them over it, that is one of the very first things I told you before we even went on a first date.
Well, we bonded over that. Because I'm actually a sweaty person. I don't have to tell the whole story, but you remember I was like, oh man, I'm sweating on my armpits before
And I said,
we were.
hey, I can help you out.
I feel like most guys, if they truly like someone, would not give a crap about that. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're a sweaty person. I really don't care. I'm a sweaty person on my left armpit. I don't know why. But so I understand why she felt that way.
I do too.
Because she didn't want to scare him because she already had that experience.
That trauma of it, yeah. But it's also, to me, I just think maybe that's a conversation you have before 3 months in.
Not a lot of people, though. We had that conversation.
I know.
But some people take longer than that because they're so self-conscious about it.
Understandable. I get that. It takes everyone different times to get over their insecurities on things.
Yeah.
Well, at least it worked out for them.
Yeah, fair.
Next story today, coming from r/am I the asshole, 2 years old, titled, Am I the asshole for asking my fiance to skip this year's Christmas family vacation because our baby is due? We have a visitor.
Yeah, he's joining us. He likes this one.
Right. Context. I have gone to Florida with his family for the past 5 years for at least part of Christmas. Every other year, I returned before him to spend Christmas Day with my family. This year is the first time in a long time that all of the other siblings are able to overlap dates. My fiance has major FOMO, which is why this is a very sensitive subject. His parents have always been weird about keeping their family close. They've never said it outright, but little things suggest that they don't consider me completely part of their family yet, since we aren't married. Also, my parents are away overseas dealing with some emergencies. So, my mom has been kept in the loop, though, and is trying to come back as soon as she can. My fiance and I, 31 male and 31 female, are expecting our first baby, due December 30th. His family has a vacation home in Florida that they have gone to every year during the holidays for about a month until after New Year's. He agreed not to go this year because of the baby, but his family is insisting that he go and come back on the 28th, which is ample time before the baby is due. So he bought a ticket for December 15th through 28th. His reasoning is that his parents really want him there and that his siblings will also be there. This is bothering me a lot more than I thought because I know pregnancies are unpredictable, especially in the last trimester. And if anything happens leading up to the due date, I need him here. My parents are away until December 26th, and my friends have their families, so I will be completely alone. The other reason, and I guess is more selfish, is that I will be spending Christmas all by myself. It's not the main reason why I'm bothered, but it is a small part of it. He's been spending Christmas every year in Florida since he was 15. There will be many more trips after the baby is born. I don't know why he has to go this year. Anytime I bring it up, it results in a very uncomfortable fight about my expectations to put me first rather than his parents. I don't even bring it up anymore. His parents have always been kind to me, but they also don't see any problem. So I think I'm going crazy. Am I the here?
She's on her third trimester, so she's due like
ASAP.
ASAP.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a little tough. I see both sides. In a crappy way, I see both sides. I see her side more so. What? She didn't go because she's pregnant.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like she's very pregnant.
What my thought process would be is like, I wouldn't go because what if I miss the birth?
Yeah. And I
Which,
think that's her fear as well.
sure. Like, that would eat me alive for the rest of my life if I missed it because of that. When is she due?
She's due the 30th and he's supposed to come back on the 28th. So it's like you're cutting it very, very close.
Yeah, that's very close.
And
it's
like,
one thing if you go in November.
Right, like a month before. Yeah.
Fine, but like sometimes babies come like a week before.
2 weeks
2 weeks
even,
before, yeah. I wouldn't live with myself if I missed
same.
it.
And even if like you call and you're like, I'm going into labor, every woman is different. Like sometimes labor
be
is
quick,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah, like you can't just like
Next
hop
hour,
on a
like-
flight and
Yeah.
like come back home. And you're leaving your pregnant wife alone on Christmas.
True.
On top of everything else.
I mean, it's not like, regardless of Christmas, like leaving a pregnant woman in the last month that she's due, like what if something happens? Like, what if, like, God forbid, like, she slips and like she can't get up, like, you're not there. So,
And her parents are overseas too, so like she doesn't even have anyone.
regardless of like parents, like the parents aren't like, in a weird way, but the parents aren't responsible for that. You know, it's between the guy and the girl. So no, she's not being crazy. It's something he should have just been like, sorry, I can't this year.
Yeah. We'll come next year with the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a couple updates on this one. First update is kind of not all that important. It's kind of saying that they had an OBGYN appointment before he left, and even the doctor was saying that they very strongly recommend you to reconsider the plans, as most likely the baby will be coming early. He adjusted the dates so that he would be coming back on the 22nd rather than the 28th.
Oh.
Yeah. And then her mom made it back in town. That's pretty much it for the first update. But I have a second update. Starts off, happy holidays, everyone. I know some of you were asking for an update, so here it goes. Baby girl was born December 20th at 6 pounds, 10 ounces at 9:42 p.m. My mom, aunt, and best friend were there during labor. My mom was present during birth. She's healthy and we're all exhausted, but I'm so grateful for my support system. My, in quotes, ex-fiance did not make it to the birth. During the video call with his mother, my mom told her that he needs to come back immediately. Otherwise, she will be taking me home and they will not be welcome to visit the baby. It was a very heated call, but the outcome was that my mom and aunt packed up all my things and we went back to my parents' house where I'm currently residing. So you can guess what happened there. It hurt a lot. I had a very upsetting phone call with him about his priorities now, and we're literally down to the wire conversation. Ended up without much resolution at all. He hung up on me. I messaged him after our daughter was born to let him know that I had given birth and that she was healthy. He tried to video call a lot after, but I didn't pick up. He returned home on the 22nd as planned. Of course, I wasn't at the condo. I think they all thought my mom was bluffing. He tried to come to my parents' house many times and at one point sat outside in his car for hours when my mom and aunt wouldn't let him in. Finally, on Christmas Day, we let him see his daughter and he and I discussed our future. My mom and aunt have been very vocal about breaking off the engagement, and I agreed after the call with his parents. I didn't want to be involved in a family who was this selfish. He told me his mother was very insistent he go on this trip to show his family that he wanted to mend the relationships with them, and that his sister-in-law had been saying some awful things about me to him and his parents. I told her some things in confidence a couple years ago about some issues I was having with him, and she turned it on me. This was the nail in the coffin. I couldn't possibly marry into a family this toxic. So, as it stands now, I have broken off the engagement and I will live at my parents' house. We have scheduled couples therapy for our first session tomorrow. He has apologized profusely and asked me to stay with him to help with his daughter. My mom doesn't want me sleeping here, so he's been coming by in the morning to help with her and then leaving by the evening. His parents have told him that they would like to see our daughter as soon as they come back, and he has video chatted with them once to show our daughter to them. That's basically where we stand now.
And that is why you missed it. You will never, well, at this point, you'll never have the opportunity with her again.
Yep.
Like, your baby is being born once.
Yep. And that baby is half you.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's genuinely sad. I would feel like crap.
As you should.
Yeah, but I would not put it to that situation. That's the issue. So if it's a matter of like selfishness, or if it's a matter of, oh, it'll be fine, about carelessness, however you want to put it, but
yeah, never get that back.
Nope. That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, good for her for realizing her priorities, but I don't know. It's also tough because like now you're gonna be raising the baby alone too. But
it's just easy to avoid. That's what bugs me. Is like it's very easy to avoid. I mean, I get it. You have a family trip, but
yeah,
like 9 times out of 10, your family's going to understand. Like, hey, I won't be able to make it on this trip because.
And if they don't understand, that's a them problem, not a you problem. Yeah. And like we were saying in the beginning, like babies are born early a lot.
Yeah.
10 days early. Like that's
and he even
pretty
adjusted
standard.
it to like 22nd and
still missed
the
it.
baby was born like 2 days before that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because he didn't even show up. He still showed up like as planned. He didn't even like
rush home. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Even if you miss it, at least get on the next flight out and like at least be there while your wife is still in the hospital.
But it shouldn't even come to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Next story today. This one is coming from r/am I the 1 year old, titled, "Am I the for just deciding not to travel because my wife made reservations for Disney again."
Freaking Disney people. Every time, man.
Yeah,
I swear.
My wife, Jess, and I have been married for the past 13 years. We're both 39. After experiencing financial hardship throughout our 20s and early 30s, Jess and I are now fortunate enough that we have the means to travel once or twice a year. The only problem is that Jess literally only wants to go to Disney World. We have been to Disney 9 times now, and every vacation we have ever taken together was to go there, including our honeymoon. So we go, we eat the Mickey Mouse ice cream, we wear the mouse ears, we stay in the official hotels, we see the characters, we ride the rides, we take pictures in front of the castle, and we come home. Every single trip. I am honestly beyond sick of Disney, and I never really liked going in the first place. Jess knows this, but she has no concept of traveling beyond Disney. We are currently planning a trip for April, and Jess, as usual, said, "Can we just go to Disney?" I explained that it sounds fun, but hey, why don't we go somewhere like Hawaii this time? Jess was confused. She asked why we would go to Hawaii. I responded that we could enjoy the spas and go to the beach and have a relaxing time. Jess mumbled a half-hearted answer and walked away. A few days later, she approached me saying that she made hotel reservations for Hawaii. At first, I was excited because although she did so without consulting me, it seemed like she was really listening to my wants. But then, when she showed me the hotel she booked, I found out she had made reservations for Alawani, the Disney resort in Hawaii. Frustrated, I told her that I'm honestly tired of Disney and that I just want to have a different experience this time. She told me that she was compromising with me and that I should be appreciative for the time she spent. I asked her if she was willing to consider anything other than Disney for our trip, and she said no. At this point, I said that I wasn't going. Now she's furious. She canceled the reservation she made, and now she's looking for a friend to go to Disney World with again without me. Was I the asshole for trying to accommodate her requests?
Okay, I will say that was kind of a compromise on her end.
A little bit. Like,
look, this is going to be a very hot take. I don't understand Disney.
I don't.
Look, like, if you've never been and you want to go and you go once every, I don't know, I've probably been to Disney like 4 or 5 times, and I'm turning 34.
Or
like,
if you have kids or like whatever.
Even then, like, if you have kids, like, it gets more expensive than like another a vacation. Like,
True.
It's probably sometimes more expensive than Hawaii, not the resort they're trying to stay at. But I just don't understand people who go to Disney like
Religious.
more than a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Like, I've known people that had the yearly pass and they would go like 10, 15 times a year. I'm just like, okay, how much can you see?
Yeah,
like,
it's the same thing every time.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know, that's just me because I like going on vacations. I like going to different places and seeing different experiences and cultures. But, you know, like, I also do enjoy going to like Cancun or, you know, Mexico.
Yeah.
It's fun, you know.
Yeah.
But you still get to, in a sense, do different things every time you go there.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you go to Disney, it's always
the same.
It's the same rides. It's the same food. It's crowded. And you know me about crowds. I don't do crowds. Standing in line.
Yeah. Hot
To go on a ride.
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't been or it's been years, fine, so be it. But if you're constantly going.
Yeah. My thing is like, I don't understand how people can be in such that bubble of like, there is a whole other world to see outside of Disney, and like, you would much rather just go to Disney, do what's comfortable than like seeing things that you've never experienced before.
See,
like,
that was my next notion. I was like, is it a matter of comfortability? Like
you know what to expect.
Yeah, I know what to expect.
Yeah.
I know what it is. And I just know how to navigate that, which I understand some people are like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, it'll just get super old for me very quick. And like the fact that you're not willing to even compromise and do something else.
Yeah.
Come on.
And like, I'm sorry, but like, Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. You're telling me you'd rather go talk to Mickey Mouse than go to Hawaii.
Look, there are Disney resorts in Hawaii that are really nice.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I understand it. I am based on the commercials. I've never actually been there, but but I'm sure they're really nice. But I think he's just so over Disney that he's just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see Mickey Mouse for years.
No, literally.
Yeah.
I agree. Do you have something to say? Okay.
Louis a Disney person.
True. Comments on this one. Top comment is, how on earth did you go on for 9 trips without saying something? I would have gone mad after going the second time. And then another comment says, does she realize there's a whole non-Disney world out there?
Fair.
Which, like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There is an update on this one, but it's really not that exciting. It's kind of just like they got into an argument, they apologized, yada yada, whatever.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't know. Last story. This one is coming from r/AITAH, 1 year old, titled, Am I the because I went on my honeymoon without my brand new wife since she had to take care of her sister.
Okay, depending on situation.
Hi, I am posting this here after it got removed from the other post. There is going to be an update after, I think. I just got married. My wife, Tanya, basically raised her sister, Marie, after their mom had passed away. Even after their dad remarried, Tanya and her sister were more mom and daughter than actual sisters. Marie got married last year, and she got pregnant right away. Not before, but right after. They figured they got pregnant on their honeymoon. Marie went into premature labor at our wedding reception. She gave birth to a tiny but healthy baby girl, and for some reason, Tanya decided she needed to go take care of her. We were supposed to leave for our honeymoon 2 days after our wedding, but Tanya said she couldn't just leave. She isn't a doctor or a nurse. Marie has a dad, a stepmom, a husband, a mother, and father-in-law. I don't understand why she had to be the one to go. But we had non-refundable tickets, and insurance didn't cover I have to stay to take care of my sister as part of the coverage. Plus, I had booked 2 weeks off for my wedding and my honeymoon. So, since I was going to be home by myself doing nothing while my wife was in another city doing whatever I wanted, I went on the honeymoon by myself. I got a massive bed all to myself. I used all the resort credits that were for couples massages, romantic excursions, and special meals, and on deep sea fishing and dune buggy tour on the island. Same. I just got back and my wife is still with her sister, but she is upset that I still went on our honeymoon by myself. Was I supposed to let the money go to waste? Was I supposed to sit at home playing a game while I waited for her to be done? We are fighting about it. My friends all agree that I would have been dumb to waste the money and the time off. Her friends think that I was a dick to go enjoy myself while she was taking care of her sister and a new baby. I will add that there was no place for me to stay at Marie's house. Tanya is sleeping in the nursery since the baby is still in the NICU.
I see both sides. I definitely see both sides. I mean, I kind of understand what he's saying in regards to like, okay, if I don't go,
Then what?
like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. And like, you already paid for it. You already have the time off of work.
Yeah, if it's gonna go to waste.
Yeah.
Did the wife say anything?
Not in this. No.
I don't know.
I just think it's interesting that OP kept emphasizing that the baby is perfectly healthy. Like, yeah, she was a little small because she was a little premature, but like perfectly healthy.
But was the baby born during the honeymoon?
No.
It was before.
Yeah, during the wedding reception, which was 2 days before their scheduled honeymoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then just go.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And like OP said too, her husband's there, her in-laws are there, her dad is there. Like, she doesn't really...
I'm sorry, this is going to be a very jerk comment, but you're not going to perform miracles. Might as well just go on your one and
Right.
only honeymoon.
Right. And like I said, it's not like the baby is like in critical condition. OP is very clear that the baby is very healthy, just a little small.
Happens. It's
Right.
common.
Right.
I wonder if there's something underlying. But I don't know what it would be for her not to go on the honeymoon.
Yeah. Like you already married the guy.
I feel like unless it's guilt from her sister.
Like maybe like she just feels that responsibility to like be the mom figure for her kind of thing.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
That is possible.
Yeah.
Comments on this one are a little interesting.
What?
Pretty much everyone in the comments is saying it's not too late for an annulment. Meaning like your marriage isn't valid. Like a lot of people are like, this is not, like maybe you shouldn't actually be married to her. Which I don't know if it's that extreme.
I'd definitely be very upset.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be on the basis of like to get an annulment and end your marriage.
I don't know.
I feel like I would need more information.
Yeah. I definitely would be super upset as well because one, your honeymoon is like supposed to be the most romantic trip of your entire life. You know what I mean? Like it's really the first time of like we're husband and wife, like we're celebrating each other, like
Correct.
And also like she doesn't have any right to be mad at him for still going because like literally what was he supposed to do? Just sit around and wait for you?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. That's a very, very weird situation.
Yeah, I agree. There is an update. Do you want to hear the update? Okay. Update. The baby, Emily, is home and healthy, just very small. My sister-in-law kicked my wife out the day before the baby came home. Tanya wouldn't let her do anything. Marie told her that she had plenty of help. Tanya said she wouldn't mind sticking around. Marie told her that her and her husband had no problem at all with taking care of the baby. Marie also told all of her relatives that if Tanya was staying with them, they weren't allowed over until she left. Tanya asked if I would mind if she rented an Airbnb so she could stay nearby. I said I would prefer if she came home. We had an argument. I said that we should have not actually gotten married if this was what life was going to be like. Tanya came home to fight face to face. We had the fancy wedding and reception in Iowa for her family. We were going to get officially married in Colorado after we got back from our honeymoon. She wants to know why I'm having second thoughts. I showed her the original post and how almost half of the comments were calling for an annulment. I said we were both young and we can walk away without losing much. All of the gifts are in her dad's garage and they are easy enough to return. I said there was no way I was going to out and up with being the third wheel in our marriage. She has agreed to start going to counseling and we are going to hold off on getting the actual paperwork settled for 1 year to give her a chance to decide if this is what she actually wants. If she says that her sister comes first after a year, then I'm out. That's all. No more drama.
That's it? Any other update? See, what's interesting is like her sister even said like we're good.
Like you can leave. Like
so I feel like there's something up with her.
Yeah. I think some women in particular have this like, I don't want to make it gross, but like this like mommy mentality where like anytime like something is going wrong, they feel the sole responsibility to like fix it and like be there for everyone, even if they're not needed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
But like prioritizing that when like clearly everything is okay and not going on your honeymoon with your husband.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very off.
It's very strange. I don't know. I'm kind of...
I just don't know if I would go straight to the annulment part of it.
Yeah. Well, they said they're going to go to counseling and hold off on their real marriage for a year. So
That sounds like an internal issue. Sounds like a personality issue.
yeah. Like maybe because this wedding that they had was like what he said was just for her family, maybe like she did it to look good in front of her family, but like didn't actually want it.
That's
or
possible.
like
That's possible. But like, you miss your honeymoon.
yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the best part of the wedding.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for today. So
Those are very interesting today.
yeah, right? Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and comment your thoughts below. And if you have not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. There's a new episode every Friday. Thank you.